Hi, crafters. I'm back. First of all, I want to thank you all for the people who sent me an email asking how I'm doing. Well, as always, my life is full of drama and things that happened. And sometimes I feel like, why can't my life be just a little bit tranquil? How do you say that? Easy? However, you want to say it. Well, in the last couple of months, the, stuff happened. And, I always, when I'm sitting here making new designs, I always think about, should I do a live stream? And then my body says, you know what, you need to lay down because my aches a lot, hurts a lot. Well, I went to the doctor. I had so many tests done, and they can't figure out what was wrong with me. To keep a very boring story short, I suffer from something post-COVID like. In 2022, I had COVID, right when I was trying to get better from that, or get better from that, I catch some kind of cold, and I got really, really, really sick. So sick that I had something like, if the doctor is not going to help me in any shape, way, or form, please give me a shot and bring me to heaven because I can't take this. So they gave me antibiotics. A few months later, I need antibiotics again. A few months later, I need it again. So it was like something I couldn't get over. Well, to keep a very long story short, I want to do that, but it's so hard to not give you the full rundown and not be boring. I'm always worried that I'm boring. Well, multiple doctors, ear, nose, and throat doctor, stomach doctor, whatever doctor, told me that it's a post-COVID thing. They know too little about it. I suffer from something that they can't trace. It's in my body and I can't trace it. Well, I have to learn to live with it. And on top of that, I got so severe back pain that, and I had this 16 years ago. And then a doctor told me, well, Nicole, maybe when you're older, yes, I belong in the old ladies group by now. In November the 15th, I will become 50. So, yeah, I want to celebrate my 50th birthday. If it was up to me, I would give a big, big, big birthday. That's something I truly wish for. But we'll see what happens. They are trying to figure out what I want because I told them, you can arrange what you want for my birthday, but I do not want any hints. I don't want to know. I want it to be a big, huge surprise. So, uh, but yeah, 2 weeks ago, I got a shot in my spine because my back hurts a lot. So I can't sit down for many hours because then I have to lay flat and give my body some rest because I got an MRI scan 4 weeks ago and they discovered that I do have a hernia, and in the spinal cord, or in the part below the hernia, there is some wear on my bone structure, and that's pushing down on some nerves that go through my legs, and that hurts a lot, I can tell you. So they now try to do it with injections in my spinal cord. They are so fun. You will not go under anesthesia. They will do it when you're fully awake. Trust me, they are no joke. But the 18th of November, I need to have them do my right side. They did my left side, and it's getting better, but I still, during the day, need to lay down for an hour because else I'm in excruciating pain. So, without further ado, and without complaining, trying not to complain because, oh, this week the tap in our kitchen is leaking. My husband bumped our car into another car. So, and I can go on and on and on things that happened in my life. And, I don't want to complain. I want to be happy and cheery and bubbly and fun and whatever, but my life ain't fun. So I have to deal with getting certain certificates so I can go and have my car fixed. I have to order a new tap for my kitchen. I have to. Oh, well. Then Ben is complaining that he doesn't sleep well, so I'm figuring out what I can do to help him getting enough sleep. I don't know. Oh, well. You know what? I had to do this live stream 3, 4 weeks ago, but I wasn't in the mood. I was like, oh, I don't want to. I don't want to. So I'm doing this now. I know it's for you guys who follow Kscraft. It's an old release, but please bear with me. I do my best. In the meanwhile, in 2 or 3 days, I will get the newest release in from Kscraft. But I just didn't feel like doing any videos. I'm so sorry for it, guys. I hope you guys forgive me. And then it's a very hard thing to explain all medical stuff that's happened in English. Well, you're not used to using words like that. The basic English, well, it's not that I master it, but I can manage. But if it's medical stuff, it's hard. And I stumble and then I hate myself for not speaking proper English. And I know you guys forgive me, but I I'm having a hard time when I'm not able to say what I want to say in English. Okay, without further ado, the first thing I wanted to show you is this die set. It makes a crate and a wonder happens. I put it I put it together so you can see it's a very cool one and it's very big. And I designed it so you can put stuff in it, of course, but if you put two straws in it, it could also hold memory decks. So I will turn it around slowly so you can see, and it's a very big one. And these are all available on Kscraft. I didn't do the links in the description box this time because it takes a lot of time to do each individual link. And as I told you a few minutes ago, for me, sitting down is the hardest thing to do. They told me the medicine will kick in about 2 more weeks from now. So I hope it will be better. And then, hi Jody, good morning. Thank you for saying something to me because it was awfully quiet on the chat. So I always enjoy when you guys talk to me through the chat. And I believe you already seen these because it's the release from last month. But I designed this Scarecrow mini album and I designed the same one also in back toppers. And I saw some stunning creations with these. I had a lot of fun designing them, but when I then see you guys use them, I have something like, oh my goodness, you guys are, yeah, masters at it. Hi, Mouse Mom. Good morning. Thank you for joining me. And I'm sorry, guys, that I first did my intro with all my complaints and all things life throws at me. I don't want to be um, like, how do you say that? An old grumpy lady. Because in 1.5 months I will be an old lady. Oh, turning 50, 55 0. I never would have thought that I would reach this age, but that's a whole different story. I will tell that at the end why I didn't thought that I would reach this age, but whatever. Two of my family, uh, oh my goodness. Oh, Geraldine, oh my goodness. I'm so sorry, sweetie. See, there are way worse things in the world than what I suffer from and the things that I have to deal with it. And I always say I've won the biggest, by far, biggest lottery anyone could win because I still have my husband. And for the people who follow me for a long time, you will know that he suffered from a double heart attack and lymph gland cancer, and he's still here. So I'm so sorry, Geraldine. I truly am. It's only hard for me to explain my sincerity in English. I hope I say that correctly. Please know I mean well. 50 is just a number, I know, but it sounds so old. Back when I was younger, I had something like people that are 50. Oh my goodness. Please go get a walker. And now I'm that age. Okay, a long time ago, and I have to put away two of those pokey things because else I will bleed, and we can't handle any more bleeding. Ah, I don't know why they don't take those parts off. Let me take it off. See, it's ticking out. Can you see? It's right over there, and it's poking me. And for the people who follow me on Instagram, oh, I've bought Ben for his birthday a 3D printer, and now everybody is asking, is it really a gift for Ben or was it for you? Because I'm playing around with it so much. I will show you in a second what I made. I made these dies, and you will say, huh, what's that? This, but these dies make beads, paper beads, and I've made a set like this years ago, and it was very popular. But people asked me if I could make longer ones, so the beads would be fuller and a little bit bigger. So that's why I asked Kscraft if they would be so kind to release this one. And then I have a package that doesn't want to open, as usual. I've designed this one. It's a honey pot with, or sorry, honey pot, cookie jar. My English. A cookie jar, and you could make it into a shaker. I've put in the cookies, I've put in the chocolate chips, even a mini jar with mini cookies. And yeah, I've already seen so many of you bought this die set and created beautiful things with it. So I truly, truly want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you for all your support and buying my designs. Because trust me, I do get people that email me and say, well, I will never buy your designs because you're not a brand. And I have something like, okay, if you'd rather pay $10, $15 extra for a brand name, hey, you do you. I'm not complaining. Good morning, Spring Chicken 50. I wish it'd been, oh, 69 in December. It's nice to see you again. I use an inversion table to pop everything back in its place. It's much nicer than the shots. Yeah, yeah, but the problem is they aren't sold here in the Netherlands. And for me, the problem is the weight on my spine. Um, then I would be in the contraption 90% of the time. So it's not an option for me, but I know what you mean. The cookie jar is one of my favorites from this release. Thank you, Jody. Wait a minute, my nose is itching. Oh, and I don't want to do that on camera because I'm itching like this and then my nose wiggles. Oh, she's back, the funny old lady. Okay, next one. I know a lot of you like baking and doing cookies and making baking themes. I believe this month Kscraft released one of the recipe dice and stamp set that I designed, and I think this stamp set will be a good one to use together with that. So yeah, home baked, baked with love just for you. You baked me happy. Have a little piece of heaven, sprinkled with sugar and stuffed with love, baked for you. Enjoy. And I've put in some little extra stamps. I always like those little extra stamps to use on other different projects. And since I had the space, I had something like, you know what? Let me put those in. Oh, and this one I saw some amazing projects with this one. Let me take it out of the packaging. See, and I don't get why they don't take off those pieces. One, it makes the die set more heavy and people poke themselves. Oh, at least I do. Um, it's an acorn with, oh, the other way around, with the top, I don't know how it's called, whatever, you know what I mean, the top piece. And it's a mini album, and I saw some stunning projects with this. Thank you guys for all your hard work, because I know it's a lot of work to make all those pretty samples and make other people enthusiastic to buy the die set. It is what it is. You know, I don't. In Dutch, we say oh, you guys say I don't sugarcoat things. I believe I say that correctly. So that's what I wanted to say. I don't sugarcoat things. It is what it is. When I see somebody makes a beautiful project with a certain die, I would buy it too. If the die set on its own doesn't give me any inspiration or whatsoever. And then I designed, and I was so happy that I finally figured out how to make them this small without losing any details. I will show it to you what I mean. And I have two plates, and they come together, and I hope my camera will focus and not be blurry. I'm trying to see how I can make it less blurry for you guys, but there are some mushrooms, some oak leaves, some acorns, and in the other one, there are some leaves. Um, how do you call those? Jelly, no. Uh, Jelly boots or whatever, rain boots. And teeny tiny umbrellas. Look how fun they are. And they all have embossing details in them. I know my camera doesn't pick that up very greatly, but you can see it in the mushrooms. But believe me, each and every one of these have those details in them. So, and that was the small release I got last month. And do I have something that I can show you what I made with the 3D printer? Well, I left it downstairs, I think. Oh, I have something else to show you. When things go wrong. Let me go and grab it. Okay, I think you all know what lanyards are, right? Those wristlet things where you can hang your keys from. Well, I thought I need a new hobby, and I thought, you know what? I would love to design my own fabric and make lanyards from it. Well, that backfired on me. I ordered a book, and I believe I have the book here, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. I ordered a book from a company that's called House of You. And when you make lanyards, Nicole, you have to hurry up because the pain is already killing me. Um, in this book, and I hope to show you this way a little bit, but there are all kinds of fabrics where you can choose from. There is a voucher in there. I already used that, so don't worry about it. But you can choose and pick your own fabric with your own wishes. You can see how it will be printed. So they have a sample on top, and this is the fabric without any printing on it. So to keep a long story short, I found a fabric that I had something like, you know what, I like that. I'm going to make my own fabric. I have it here. I will show it in a second. Uh, and then it backfired on me because I only needed 1 meter, and they asked about $150 for a meter of fabric. And I had something like, oh my goodness, that's expensive. So I signed up for their newsletter, and a few months ago I got an email. Well, today, if you order your own fabric, you will get a 50% discount. And I had something like, okay, I'm going to order that fabric. So pick my fabric of choice. I thought I placed everything correctly, filled everything in correctly, and then my fabric came. Oh, don't laugh at me, please. But the images on there are way too big for lanyards. So compared to my hand, you can see how big the tools are. Wait a minute, I will see if I, because when I go left, you see it right. So, but they are way too big. They needed to be way smaller. And when I was filling in that form, it looked tiny, and I had something like, better slightly too tiny than too big. And then the fabric came in because this is only 1 meter. And I had something like, oh shoot, I can't use this for lanyards because you won't even see what the details on the fabric are. So for months it's laying on my desk now, and I was like, oh, what am I going to do with this? So I bought some elastic, and I'm going to make like a bag from it. There I can put my tools in it. I'm going to make scrunchies from it. Today or yesterday, my elastic band arrived, so I will try to see how it looks when I make this into a scrunchie. And when they offer a 50% discount again, I will see if I can do this, give this another go. But I want to show you what I put on it. So I put all the stuff on it that I also released into enamel pins. And for the people who didn't know, all these are available in enamel pins in my Etsy shop. Uh, but yeah, sometimes even this designer makes stupid mistakes. A bag will be awesome. Yeah, I think so too. But let's see what that will be. I need to do an online course to see if I'm able to figure out what kind of bag, and because the images are huge. They need to be resized a lot. So I called the company, asked them if they would do a new print for me for the same price. Of course, I knew I needed to pay the price again, but no, they wouldn't budge. So I have to deal with it. Um, yeah, so I'm doing okay. Turning 50 in November. Hopefully, before that time, I will talk to you guys. And if you want to, I would love to get like a birthday card. I always enjoy getting them. You don't have to, don't feel obligated, but since we all are card makers or crafters, I would truly enjoy that. So, yeah, if you want to send me a card, I'm up for it. Never asked for it once, but I think 50 is a big number for me, at least. I had a mother-in-law. See, I'm getting nervous and then my nose is going to itch. It's the pain and the nerves. Um, I had a mother-in-law. She meant the world to me. She was like a second mother to me, but she died at age 49. And from the moment she died, I always had something like, will I ever reach 50? And that's why this birthday, without trying to get emotional, is a big deal for me. So that's the story behind it. Sweet people, I'm going to go. I hope you guys forgive me. Please, if you can, like this video. And if not, dislike this video. You do you, I always say. Thank you to all the design team members for all the sellers that I do design work for. I truly, truly, truly appreciate all your hard work because I know it's hard work. And yeah, without you guys, I wouldn't be I wouldn't have this dream job. So please know that I do appreciate and that I do watch them, all your creations. I wish you all a nice day. A big kiss from this almost old lady. And until next time, bye bye. Thank you, Mouse Mom. Bye.